Hi and welcome to Online Appliance Tech. Today we're going to show you the easiest way to replace a door switch on your front load washer. So if it's LG, Kenmore, Whirlpool, or Samsung, this video is for you. Let's get started. So you have usually 2 screws or 3 screws on the right. Common problems are the door will not shut or the door will just click, and that's usually the door switch. So just remove the 2 screws if you have 2 or 3 on the right hand side. Definitely make sure you unplug the unit before you get started. And also, if you need these door switches, I will leave these in the description below for the Kenmore, Samsung, LG, and Whirlpool. Tools needed to do this job is a flathead and a Phillips head and a needle nose. And sometimes you'll need some type of star bit to remove screws, as you can see in this one. But however, most of the time it's a Phillips head. Okay, let's get started. So you'll take the flathead and you'll go under the gasket and you'll press upward into the spring and wedge outwards. And then you'll just pull straight out with the flathead and then remove the door spring. Once door spring is removed, you'll press the inner gasket in just enough on the right hand side. Be careful because sometimes these edges are sharp. Then you're going to press the door switch in and pull it out towards the side. And this is the most easiest way to replace the door switch. So as you can see here, you'll have harnesses on that connect into the door switch. The Samsung, the LG, they all have 2 to 4 harnesses. So this is definitely why we have to make sure we unplug it. Most of the time these harnesses, they have a little press button clip, but still sometimes you have to wedge it back and forth as you hold the door switch to get it out. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty simple to remove. So if you ever have a door that you cannot lock, sometimes you have to take the top panel off and pull down this little lever. This will unlock the door. Or also if you have a panel underneath with like 3 screws, you can just pull that down to remove or unlock the door. Now let's install the new door switch. So this kind of put it into place enough to connect the harnesses to where you removed them. Okay, so I can see now they're all connected, so we're going to put it back into place. And sometimes you just usually have the hole at the bottom of the 2 screw, but like Samsung or this Kenmore, you have 3 screws. So just line it up. If it has some type of housing, clip it back into the housing as you can see there. And just press it back through the door. Most of the time they don't have no support housing, they just slide right into the door. Okay, so as you can see, the door switch is lined up with the 3 screws. So what I like to do first is kind of hand tighten them and then get my Phillips or star bit, whatever it takes. Like I said, most of the time it's the Phillips, so don't stress. And I like to hold the back of the door switch as I tighten the screw. Definitely make sure not to use a drill or over tighten because you can strip the inner of the door switch and then the door switch will not hold to the housing of the washer. So just snug but not over tighten. I also recommend hand tools, not a drill. Okay, let's install the door gasket. So you'll kind of peel it back and you'll see an inner groove, and this will basically go into the groove of the front of the washer, the front housing. So make sure you take your time and put it on correctly, because next we'll have to reinstall the spring. Okay, as you can see here, it just kind of clicks into place. It clicks into the front of the housing of the washer. So kind of pull it over and press it in. And also just check all the way around the gasket to make sure you have no loose ends. So now let's reinstall the spring. So this is a spring and it just stretches. So this is why I like to use the needle nose and the flathead. It's the most easiest way. Okay, so I like to place the spring on the top first and then kind of work its way around the gasket. But you definitely make sure it's inside the groove of the gasket. And then you'll take your needle nose and grab this little hole here, but definitely make sure it's in there well. If not, it'll slip and scratch your washer. So as I press this in tightly, I'm going to take my flathead and place up and in as I hold it with my finger too. And I get a good firm grip as I press in, and I press the spring in with my finger, as you can see there. So then I'm going to take the needle nose and press towards my right, and I'm going to meet my flathead to my needle nose as a pry. There you go. So once again, say if your door is locked and you can't open the door, this little latch here will unlock the door, and they're on all type of door switches. So sometimes you have to take the bottom panel or take the top panel off and reach down to unlock it. Just an extra tip. Okay, so here's another tip. If you hold this stainless part of your tub and you hold the inner plastic part of the outer tub, but if the inner tub moves a lot or wiggles a lot, that definitely means that your shaft or spider is about to go out. So at this point, it's really not worth fixing. But let's see what we have. Okay, great. Everything's working. So I hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe for more future tips and videos. And thanks for watching.